the middle they go. Skinner, and he will be very
tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job.
The punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers is it. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Carlos Basham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner. And
the pressure gets to him again. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going up top for Kupp. And this is going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he... On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spot
and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, possibly they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Lance now on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Open man is Juwan Jennings. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From midfield, here's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape. As we look.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Ertz over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now it's Wilson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again here, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route.
10, Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Skinner. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play, because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff up the middle. Skinner. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now he steps and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, they go back to Mitchell to about the 48-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run with Mitchell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Mitchell.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Niners, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves.